Good morning, everybody. Vet Girl Liz here. So yesterday I finished with the barn, and I've done a little bit more detail on it, and so I wanted to show you that and show you the card that I'm going to make with it today. So let me show you the barn and silo first. I took a black fine tip pen and put some detail into the siding. This little contraption allows the door to slide over in real life. That's one of the features of one of the barns that we have on the farm. You always have a little longer grass growing next to the fence post, because usually you don't weed whack around those, so I added that. Also, at least on our farm, the path leading up to the barn is dirt. So I took a Copic marker and added some dirt to it. You may notice that the roof on the barn and now the roof on the silo look a little different from yesterday. I took a metallic silver sharpie, one of the pens that my stepson Donald left at home. He uses them to sign baseballs. He's a professional baseball player. Anyhow, I put galvanized roof on the barn and the silo, as well as a little door on the silo. And you may wonder what all these lines and dots are. Harvesters are metal, and they're put together with tar and rivets, and so that was what I was trying to duplicate there. So that's the barn. Then what I did was I had a pre-made card base. It's 6 by, sorry, I should know the measurements already. It's 6 by 5 inches. And so I just put a strip of sage green paper. That's going to be the grass here. That's 2 inches by 6. I think it's 6 or 6.5. Let me see. It's 6.5. Sorry. And then the sky is a piece of 3-inch by 6.5 paper. So let me orient it correctly here. So what I did was I went back on the Country Life cartridge, and one of the cuts on here is the windmill. So I cut the windmill out at 3 inches, and it's going to go right there. And I didn't use all the cuts, mainly because I wanted to look a little bit more realistic than what they have here in the book. It's on page 63, and so I only did the no shift, no function key, and then layer 1, the shift key. And that gave you the grass. And then I took my silver Sharpie and colored in all the blades. Just a personal preference. The windmill on our farm is wrought iron and galvanized, and so that's kind of the look I wanted to go with. And then the other cut that I did, let me find it here real quick. I think it's in the back. Yeah. It is on page 72. And that is the little sunrise with the hill. So I cut out no function, no shift in yellow, and then the rest of them in 3 shades of green. And then there's also 4 little itty bitty, teeny tiny, when you cut it at 2 inches, flowers. And so that's going to go right there. So let's get that set up. I'll go ahead and adhere these down. I'm just going to put this one right here. Okay. And then I'm going to have to use the Zig two-way pen to glue down my windmill here. And I cut this one out using Gina K Designs Pure Luxury cardstock. It's a 120-pound weight, and so it's not quite as flimsy as some other cardstock, and I like it for really delicate cuts. You have to run it through the Cricut a few more times. It usually, when I'm not using the deep cut blade, it usually takes about 3 cuts, but it gives you a good sharp edge to the design, and they don't feel like they're gonna fall apart on you. Okay, and then I've taken pop dots on the back of the barn here, and we're going to pop this up. And I'm still looking for my good morning stamp. I know I have one. I just cannot find it this morning. So we're going to line this up with the bottom. And there you go. There's our barn raising card. Hope you enjoy. See you later. Bye.